Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit, and I'm very glad that you've joined us for a Tuesday satsang. And tonight we're going to revisit Tonglen healing meditation. I'd like to start out with a couple of announcements first. Part 8 of Modern Cho Practice for the West will be on Friday night, 7 o'clock. And this will be a traditionally sung Cho practice, but it's going to be mixed with spoken guided meditations as well. And so anyone who's taking part in this will experience a very individualized process with this. And then next Tuesday, I'll be sharing an introduction to very basic puja practice as well. So Tonglen means giving and taking. And this is a healing meditation that involves the transformation of energies. So as one does this meditation, the person doing the meditation is the catalyst for transformation, the place where energies are transformed. This is inspired by a version of Tonglen practice described in the book Tibetan Meditation by Lama Christy McNally. Tonglen itself is both can be found in both traditional Hinduism as well as Himalayan Buddhism as well. So let's go ahead and begin with this very powerful practice. So I invite you to come into a comfortable position and then fix your body so that you can be still for the next several minutes, comfortable and still. Let your back be straight, maybe roll the shoulders back to expand the chest. Let your breath be slow and deep. Slow, deep, yogic breath. Completely filling and emptying the lungs. Clearing your mind of the concerns of the day, the concerns of yesterday, the concerns tomorrow, letting yourself be focused on this present moment. And giving yourself a little time to make any final adjustments so that you're comfortable for the length of this meditation. It's certainly okay to move if you need to, but try to find that comfortable place where you won't have a need to move. Whether it's on the floor, on your mat, in a straight back chair. And like so many other meditations that I share with you, it can also be done lying on your back in Shavasana as well, if that is speaking to your body right now. So at this point, let your eyes fall closed and focus on your breath for a few moments and take a little time for your mind to become settled. So now I invite you to bring to mind somebody that you know who is currently in pain. Somebody you're close to who is in a state of suffering right now. Just go with the first person that comes to mind. This will be the best to work with at this time. The person that you're choosing could be in either physical pain or pain on a mental level. Maybe somebody who is going through a stressful time in his or her or their lives. So think about the person. Think about the issue or issues that they're experiencing at this point. And then I invite you to mentally go to that person, wherever that person is right now. And imagine yourself sitting opposite them, facing them. And although you can see that person perfectly, you're invisible to that person. At this point, you are coming to them in secret. So sitting, facing that person, and looking inside them and seeing their pain, seeing their suffering. And let this pain or suffering take on a physical form. Visualize it as a thick, black cloud of poison writhing within inside the body. Notice where that black cloud is. Is it all over? Is it in a particular place? Notice how big or small the cloud is. And as you gaze upon the person and the cloud within, you feel an incredible sense of sadness that they are experiencing this pain, this stress, this suffering. And so now you make the conscious decision that you must take that pain from them, remove it, and transform it. So in Tonglen meditation, we use our breath to help others. So now, as you take a deep inhalation, picture this black cloud condensing into a tiny black sphere, a condensed impurity at the level of the person's heart. And feel it condensing further and further into a tight black sphere as you breathe. And then on each successive in-breath, pull this little black sphere out of them. See it rising from their heart, coming up slowly to the level of their throat. And then as you breathe, see it moving up further and coming out through their nostrils. So that the black sphere is suspended in front of the person's face. And now, with each inhalation, I invite you to pull through the air that black sphere until it is suspended just in front of your own nostrils, but not touching you. See it moving slowly towards you and resting in the air just before your nostrils. And then begin to look into your own heart center and see in the center of your heart a tiny light, a clear crystal of light. This is called a Vajra. This Vajra is the light of wisdom that can transform all pain and end all suffering. So focus again now on that black ball of pain just in front of you. And at this point, you decide that you must transform it completely, both for the sake of the person that's across from you and for the sake of ridding the whole world of pain. So you are doing this process for the person that you've selected, and you're also doing it for all sentient beings. So I invite you now to take one quick in-breath and draw the black ball inside you and draw it down to the diamond light within your heart. And as soon as the light and the ball meet, there is a brilliant flash of light, and the ball completely disintegrates. There is now nothing but light, bright, healing light in your heart center. And the light gets brighter and brighter as you breathe, and it begins to fill your whole body. And then notice that this light starts to pour out from the pores of your skin so that you are glowing with healing white light. And then look again at the person across from you. Their pain has miraculously disappeared, and their face is now serene. They look peaceful and at rest. So you continue to breathe. And now the rays of diamond light shoot forth from your heart toward the person, and you send them every good thing that is possible, anything that they have ever wished for, and more. And you see that as each ray of light touches them, you see them becoming happier and happier and more at peace, so they too are filled with this radiant and healing light. Sending healing, sending resolution to the things that are troubling them. Sending them peace and calm and happiness. Sending them a new sense of direction of where they need to go at this point in their life. So I invite you now to give this person in front of you a final blessing, wishing them well. And then take a deep and clearing breath, bidding them farewell. And allowing yourself now to rest for a while in a state of stillness and silence. A place where you yourself are also included in this healing process. So continue breathing and resting, and just listen to my words. I invite you to please practice this meditation often as you learn of those who are in need. You can even do Tonglen for yourself. Whenever you're troubled, whenever you're ill, whenever you're stressed, Just envision yourself seated in front of you. Visualize that black cloud within. Condense it to a black sphere. Take your own pain, and with that Vajra light in your chest, send back healing, transformed light. And an extension of this practice that can also be done afterwards is to repeat this process while envisioning all those who are suffering from the same issues as yourself surrounding you. And again, taking their pain collectively and sending them healing light as you breathe. You can also envision the planet Earth in front of you and do Tonglen for our world and for all beings who dwell upon it. So at first, it may be easiest to do this practice with someone who you feel very close to. And then the next step is to try the same meditation for someone you don't really know that well. And after that, if you really want a challenge, try it on someone who you're not very fond of, maybe someone you're in conflict with or have some tension with. And you're going to find through doing this that there can be some truly amazing results with this. So as you do this practice, it's very common to feel a little bit of fear when taking that black ball inside you. And that's actually a really good sign that it really means that you're truly concentrating on this process. As you bring in this black ball of imbalanced energy and using that light within to transform it into healing. Because being willing to take it in is what makes this meditation so very powerful. So just make sure that when you do take in the sphere, that is being completely disintegrated, gone without a trace, leaving just the pure and transformed light. This process is also very easy to incorporate if you're initiated into the practice of Reiki or some other kind of energy healing. And when you're doing the giving part, use your imagination. There's no limits. The sky is the limit in the realm of the mind. You can create a perfect partner for the person, or the perfect job, or imagine giving them back their healthy body, imagining them at peace, or obtaining the guidance that they need. Really anything at all that can help the person. Bringing them something that currently is absent in their life, or at least absent from their awareness. And as you do Tonglen practice, also notice the growing sense of compassion that arises within yourself for others. This practice of giving and taking is one of the most powerful meditations you can do because it combines a mental visualization with the physical component of the breath, a combination primarily used in the more advanced teachings, but at the same time, it is something that even beginners can also start with right away and truly produce positive results. So for this reason, it is a meditation that most often is given to help people who have some kind of sickness or suffering. And it can help those also with mental pain and again, times of stress. And you can even do Tonglen practice for the spirits of those who have left their body and are now in the bardo, awaiting their next rebirth. So I invite you now to bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Thanking that divine presence within yourself, which is the source of that Vajra light within your heart center. And giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice. And I invite you to make the affirmation that you will continue to do this practice for yourself and for others. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation. Become aware of the sensations of your body, seated or lying where it is. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin, the sensation of your breath, and anything else that comes into your awareness in the immediate space that you're in. And then take another deep and clearing breath. And then slowly open your eyes, keeping a relaxed gaze. Take a moment, take some time to fully integrate the practice before resuming your daily activities. And namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me. And Jai Ma. Namaste to Bryce and all the others who are joining me now, and namaste to everyone who may watch the recording of this broadcast later. And you can always do this, replay the broadcast and use it as a guided meditation to help in learning the technique. So I look forward to you joining me on Friday, 7 o'clock, either live on YouTube or in person at our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. And we'll be doing another healing practice, the practice of Zhe, the cutting away of those things that no longer work for us. And again, it is a practice both for healing ourselves and healing all other beings. So until then, thank you again. Have a wonderful night. Jai Mata Di.